This video will help you get signed up for MyMathLab and also show you about the diagnostic and beginning the study plan. First, you will need to go to the website pearsonmylabandmastering.com. If you have purchased a book, you've got the little folder in the book that has this website right there. But right now, if you don't have it and you want to get signed up before class actually starts, it's pearsonmylabandmastering.com. You will need to register as a student. Now, if you are repeating the course, then you could just sign in and I'll show you how to switch your course at the end of this video. But right now, we will assume that you're not repeating and that you need to register your course right now. So you are a student. You click on student, and there's three things you need. You need an email address. It can be your home address or your school address. A course ID, which I will give you in a couple of minutes. It is my last name followed by 5 digits. And you will either need an access code or a credit card, or for right now, you can get a 14-day free trial, which is what I would suggest you do to get started on your diagnostic test. So we're going to register right now. And the first thing that comes up is the course ID. Now the course ID is your professor's last name followed by a 5-digit number. This is what it is for my 915 summer class. Last name McDonnell followed by the digits 19817. It's a different code if you are in my 11 o'clock class. The 11 o'clock code is the same last name, but you would need to type in the digits 68536. I'll say that again, 68536, after you type in the last name, McDonnell. If you have a different professor, obviously you have a different course code, and you will need to get that from your professor. Click Continue, and we're going to create a Pearson account. If you are repeating the course from the spring of 2014, you could sign in right here with your username and your password. But again, we're just assuming that you are creating a Pearson account. So we create it right here, and we'll have to fill in all of this information. And all of this stuff offline here. You'll have to pick a username. The username you should use for IRCC is your student ID, password, etc. You type all this stuff in, click Create Account. You can tell it to remember the password on your computer, which is what I'm going to do. Now, notice down here at the bottom, you have this Get Temporary Access Without Payment for 14 days. That is an option to use. If you have already bought the book, you can do the access code, or you can buy the code online using a credit card or PayPal. If you do the credit card option or the PayPal option here, you also get a copy of what's called the e-book. So you don't necessarily need a hardback book. But I'm going to do the temporary access without payment for 14 days. The reason this is a good idea for you right now is that I want you to take the diagnostic test before class starts. And if for some reason you do very poorly on the diagnostic test, you may choose to take a different course and not do this payment. So try the temporary access without payment for 14 days. However, you have got to pay within the 14 days or you will lose anything you've done before. So if you're going to do this, you've got to be sure you pay within the 14 days. Also on this page, this verifies that you did type in the course ID information correctly. Here's the code, here's my name, and when the course ends. So I'm going to do the temporary access without payment. Am I sure I want to do this? Yes, I do. And it just takes a little bit to get it processed. And that's everything. I'm in. And then you want to click Go to Your Course. Before we go to the diagnostic test, let me show those of you who are repeating MAT 1033 from the spring of 14. You can sign in with your old credentials and then click Enroll in another course. If you took the course spring of 2014 and paid for a MyMathLab access code, or you got the book's access code, you will not have to pay again. So what you would do is sign in with your credentials from the spring, and when you see this come up, you'll have this little box up here that says enroll in another course. Click on that, and then you would enter my information. So my last name, and then this is my 11 o'clock class information. I'm going to click continue, and it just says process in your order. It just takes a few minutes like it did with the other. And eventually this page comes up, and I am now registered also in my 11 o'clock class. Click go to your course, and notice now what I have on my page is my 11 o'clock and my 9:15 class. And then you would also have 2 classes listed. Just be sure you do your work for this summer in the summer course. Right now we are in the course, so we're going to click on summer 14 9:15 class. And everything, you need to enter a student ID. So, and you would re-enter your student ID. And click submit. Everything you're going to do whether you're doing the diagnostic test or homework is under module contents. So hit this arrow, and these are all the modules. All of the chapters are arranged in modules. Module 0 is where the diagnostic test is, also where your study plan is. You will click on diagnostic exam, disable your pop-up blocker, and then click on diagnostic. You have 90 minutes to take the test. All right, so now you have completed the diagnostic exam and you're ready to take your study plan. So click on study plan, and this is the page that you see. When you see a thumbtack, that is saying you've got some work to do. When you see this little icon that looks kind of like a mortarboard hat, you have mastered the topic. Notice the score, 14 out of 25. You must have 25 out of 25 mastery points to get full credit on the study plan. So we've got to work on the study plan. Anywhere there's a thumbtack, I'm going to go across here. If there's a plus, I'm going to click on it and expand. I have a thumbtack, hat. Hat says I've got this down pat, but I do need to work on the thumbtacks. So I will click over here on this plus and expand it. And even within that concept, I've got the hat here, so I'm good, but I've got a thumbtack right here. I need to click on find the opposite of the number. Up here is this quiz me. This is the important thing that you need to do to prove your mastery. You don't have to do a bazillion problems to get mastery. You've just got to take the quizzes and get 4 out of 5 correct, and then you've got mastery in that particular concept. So I'm going to click on quiz me, and the quiz comes up. I need to move this over a little bit. And I'm ready to start. I just click I'm ready to start, and I'll get the questions come up, and I do them. Couple more things. Number one, if you take a quiz me and you do not pass it, meaning you don't get 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4 if it's only a 4-question quiz, if you do not pass it, then you have to go into the problems in that section and do at least one problem before the quiz me opens again. So the other thing is, there's a difference between show all. You see this, that's what I'm on right now, the show all, and that's 14 out of 25, and show what I need to study as far as numbers go. The show all is the important thing to show you the numbers to get up to the 25. If you're having trouble getting the quiz me to come up, you might need to click on show what I need to study. Click on a plus sign, click on a plus sign, click this, and then you might have to, you see this drop down menu right here, you might have to change between those statements underneath the drop down menu. So that ought to be enough to get you started. At the very least, get the diagnostic test finished before class begins, and then work on the study plan as you can, because you know how it is with summer classes, things go so fast.